we're moments away from that fight.
The upcoming fight scheduled for one fall is an Opera Cup Stage 1 matchup. Introducing first, from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing in at 355 pounds, Calvin Tankman.
Matt, I know you appreciate and respect the history as much as I do.
And his opponent, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 265 pounds, Davey Boy Smith Jr.
And the Opera Cup has extra prestige to this man for several reasons, one of which being that he's the reason we have the Opera Cup.
Pound for pound, if there's ever anyone I want to have my back, it's Davey Boy Smith Jr. We have met up all around the world. What a fighter. This is going to be special.
Great to see the respect from Davey Boy and heavyweight hustle Calvin Tankman, the opposition. Tankman was a part of that Opera Cup tournament back in 2021, but was eliminated under controversial means. It's great to see that Tankman's been given the nod by officials here in 2023 to have a fair shake at the cup.
Davey Boy broke, disengaged first. He's trying to feel Tankman's power. Okay, trying to feel out Tankman's power. Normally, Davey Boy Smith Jr. enjoys the advantage, but look, Tank already has a leg, already pushing around the baby bulldog.
Well, smart move by Tankman to try to take away that vertical base of Davey Boy, who's so powerful, what, 6'5" or so, 270 plus pounds. Davey Boy's strength, certainly, much like his father, is his greatest asset.
Saw that again, went in for inside hand fighting and then quickly grabbed the side headlock. And as we all know, if you control the head, you control the body.
Davey, a master catch wrestler as well, one of the last men, if not the last, to study under the late, great Billy Robinson for his passing, training under Josh Barnett as well. North American Grappling Association, but not gonna budge Tankman that time.
Tank was able to get Davey Boy off of him on the headlock. It says a lot about Tank's strength. I mean, yeah, looking at him, you can see it, but it's also the inner strength he has to overcome. Look, Davey Boy's gonna be taller and he's gonna have that catch advantage. Again, now trying to compromise the arm. If you can see a shot of it, he's definitely trying to hyperextend it. Great job, camera guy.
Using that reach advantage, that leverage advantage on Tankman.
Ooh, referee's got to get over there. But again, pro wrestling.
Tankman, to me, his advantage is his explosivity and his quickness in more of a wide open matchup. So in close confines like this, I would say advantage Davey Boy. Would you concur?
Yeah, I'm distracted. Why did Davey back up so much? Tankman must have done something in the early on to get the respect. And to your point, yes, I do agree.
Well, certainly Tankman's name carries a lot of respect here in MLW. Former one half of the World Tag Team Champion. Really still getting his singles back under him as a singles competitor, but the Opera Cup would be a huge way to reestablish his name in the one-on-one ranks.
Davey couldn't get full control there. I don't think Davey realized how strong Tankman is here.
I guess he's going to find out really quickly.
This might be a problem for Davey Boy.
Tankman is an MMA practitioner, a former defensive lineman. And there you see, Davey made one mistake and Calvin capitalized back to that leg.
There was a hesitation. Davey didn't know. He went against his better judgment, and now, with everything hanging in the balance, the Opera Cup, all the emotions, all the history.
I mean, Stu Hart, William Muldoon, George Hackenschmidt, these are names you can Google and Wikipedia and just learn about a piece of wrestling history that to many fans today is completely lost to time, but it's being kept alive here as Tankman continues to zero in on the knee of Davey Boy Smith.
Everyone likes to do this. So-and-so reveals their Mount Rushmore of wrestling. Listen, kids, without some of the names that Joe just rattled off, we wouldn't have this wrestling. So let's just pump the brakes with this whole Mount Rushmore thing, and let's just learn us some goodness.
Davey trying to kick off the grip of Tankman, get back to that vertical base. The winner of this matchup goes on to face the winner of Tracy Williams and Tony Deppen. They meet in their Stage 1 matchup a week from now on our next MLW broadcast. And Tankman, notice that tenacity, notice that tunnel vision.
beginning to wonder if Davey Boy Smith Jr. went into this thing all wrong. Because right now it looks like he could be suffering a severe injury. Forget advancing in the uppercut. How about advancing in your career?
To your point, Matt, I mean, is there really a right way to approach Calvin Tankman? He's so dangerous. He's so well-rounded. I mean, it's tough to figure out exactly how to keep Calvin Tankman down. Many have tried, and anyone who's succeeded, it's been only temporary.
Just not used to seeing Davey Boy in such peril. Now let's see what Tankman does with it. You talked about his tag team expertise and trying to define himself as a singles wrestler. Well, I can't think of a better place against a better opponent to do it than right here, right now.
And keep in mind, Tankman is also motivated by the fact he has waited 2 years for this opportunity to come back around. Of course, it was Davey Boy Smith Jr. who had liberated that uppercut after it had been stolen and held hostage for a number of months. But now with the uppercut in its position as it's intended to be, proudly on display, we have the opportunity to crown a new champion, and Tankman only gets 2. Our main event continues. Don't go anywhere. We're back, and the action continues to heat up. Our series of forearms.
Right back to it is Tankman. You have to give him credit in this day and age of fast-paced, quick, give it to me now. Tankman is staying poised and focused.
Yeah. And it's not just the hold, but it was the way that Tankman was leaning in and making Davey Boy carry all of his weight as well, maintaining that dominant position. And as expert.
See that? Did you see that? Just a simple little thing there, and just like that, Davey Boy Smith has turned it around. Tankman lucky he's at the ropes, Joe.
Davey Boy quick to grab a heel hook. Again, that catch wrestling skill. Davey was able to slip that leg on the inside, trip up Tankman before Tankman even realized what was happening.
Yep, Davey just as dangerous on the mat as he is standing up, and just like that, back down. I will say probably far less lethal on the mat.
The cover can only.
Can't get frustrated here.
You're right, Matt, that Davey Boy is lethal anywhere he is, but again, keep in mind the advantage of having a healthy knee to get that leverage, to brace yourself, to bridge. And Davey Boy's essentially, in many respects in this match, fighting from his back, which limits his opportunities.
You mentioned fighting from his back. What about from the neck up? What about hearing the family? Imagine having to go back and make that call. And so how was it? Did you bring the cup home? I lost. Stage 1, I lost. You'd feel the air come out of the family tree.
We've seen how closely Davey Boy covers those familial relationships. We saw him not too distant past, I should say, with Mark and Thomas Billington, his cousins, bringing that family legacy back to MLW. And Davey Boy trying to bring some feeling back into that knee, back into that heart as he fires away on Tankman.
I don't know if Tankman wants to do this. It's like you're lighting a fire underneath a man who comes from a family that doesn't need much prodding to get going.
Back fist counter.
Ooh, that came from back there. Up. Tankman may be out on his feet. You can see it. He didn't know what to do. He caught out of instinct and then just stood there. Tankman may be out.
I wouldn't be surprised or put it past Davey Boy to have kind of fed that kick into Tankman, expecting him to catch it, so Davey can come back with that enziguri with the healthy leg.
Dynamite, Joe. That's why the wrestlers in the locker room love you. You provide an insight. We're learning all the time simply by watching.
And my question a moment ago, Matt, that we're slowly getting our answer to, is how much Davey was getting behind those strikes with that knee damage, but now switching up and a side Russian leg switch, nicely done. Shades of Uncle Brett, perhaps.
Let's see what he can do with it, though. It's usually a setup. For those out there that have played billiards, 9-ball, one shot sets up another. Let's see who's being set up here.
Davey looking to become the only.
This is taking too long.
Yeah, the only two-time uppercut winner of the MLW era, but it's Tankman.
Oh boy. You see the fear in Davey's eyes? He's not used to being thrown around, especially from up there. He may not also be used to seeing what's about to be coming down.
Heavyweight hustle can take flight. Oh my God! Power slam! Near fall.
Great counter wrestle right there. That's going to be the difference in this match, is who can counter wrestle, who can wrestle from a defensive posture.
That's the power of Davey Boy Smith Jr., who now measures Tankman with leg drops.
Time-honored maneuver.
And Tankman has had the wind knocked out of his sails.
You see it. You can see the thoughts. Sometimes it's disturbing when you're talking to Davey Boy, but let's see what he has in mind.
Such a committed, dedicated competitor, grappler through and through, but now takes to the air.
Great shot.
He's over 270 pounds.
Wait. Oh, look at that. Took advantage of what was given. A headbutt to the back. This is smart. It disrupts the breathing.
Perhaps now an homage to Dynamite Kid.
I'm seeing the connections here.
He'll leg drop them way up high.
Again, it disrupts the breathing. Think about the body composition of his opponent.
Tankman kicks out.
The longer this goes, Tank's got to carry his own weight, Davey Boy's weight, and the weight of the punishment.
Great roll through by Davey Boy Smith Jr. looking for a crossface.
Let's see what he has. Oh, Tank is fighting. Davey Boy can't get anything. We talked about earlier how Davey Boy couldn't clasp his hands together.
Tankman just overpowers Davey Boy Smith, and how many people can say they've done that?
Again, Tankman on jellied legs. He still has enough.
Back elbow connects. Tankman drills Davey Boy in the back of the head.
I don't like when guys can't defend themselves.
And now that could be a setup to the Tankman driver. No.
Good capture. Can he lock it in? Full hyperextension here. Tankman, how badly do you want the Opera Cup? The answer is coming.
Wow. No shame there.
Your winner, Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Our Bet Online replay shows you how the Bulldog pushed through punishment and fatigue to put away heavyweight hustle and advance to the Opera Cup final. The credibility, the legacy of the Opera Cup perseveres through a bad knee and a hell of a fight to win stage 1. But as we see the updated graphics now that Davey's punched his ticket, in just 7 days we'll find out who joins him. Because two of professional wrestling's technical aces put it all on the line as Hot Sauce Tracy Williams and Tony Deppen throw down next week on Fusion, and the winner will challenge Davey Boy's Opera Cup final. Is this the destiny? Is this the legacy of Davey Boy Smith Jr. to bring the Opera Cup back home?